the Valkyria Rifle, also known as the AS Val. This is an integrally suppressed assault rifle that came out with the so-called character pack, and it's quickly become one of my favorite assault rifles. Let's take a look at the stats. This thing has a magazine of 20, total ammo of 160, rate of fire of 900, damage of 40, accuracy of 14, stability of 15, concealment of 28, and threat of 0. Now, threat's never going to go up because this is a suppressed rifle, and of course I do have a few mods and skills affecting my stats. Of course, this is from Fast and Furious, and these are from the mods. So, let's take a look at the available mods. Now, there aren't that many, but we'll go over them anyway. In the barrel slot, you can have a prototype barrel. In the custom, you can have single fire or auto fire. You can have one of the many gadgets, one of the many sights, and finally, for a stock, you can have the solid stock. Now, the solid stock increases your stability but decreases your concealment, and with the barrel, you can decrease your accuracy but increase your concealment. Now, right now I have it modded for concealment, which is why I have this mod on. And I find that it doesn't detract from the overall stats too much, so I like having it modded this way. Anyway, just taking a look at this gun from the stats, there's really not much to see about it. I mean, it's a fairly average assault rifle, but since it is always suppressed, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using it with a silent killer and the professional build. So let me put that on. I'll put the build in the description, and we'll take a look at the stats after I have this build on. So as you can see, it increases my damage, accuracy, and stability to 51, 21, and 23 respectively. So those are some pretty good stats. Anyway, like I said, there's not really much to look at just looking at the numbers, so let's actually take a look at this thing in some gameplay.
Politics can be a bastard, but the beauty of it is that you always... Now remember, we're here to rob a bank, but if by some accident you should shoot up a ballot machine or three, well, that's just tough, kitty. Understand?
Beep, bleep, 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 bleep.
Remember, the results should be around here somewhere. Find it and make those votes invincible.
Alrighty, the Valkyria, the AS Val. God damn, I am loving this weapon.
Get that scramble going.
I've always had a thing for suppressed weaponry. You know, you guys know that I've made quite a few builds that are kind of around silencers, you know, silenced pistols, this stuff like that. And it's great to actually have a weapon that's dedicated to having a silencer at all times. It's actually something I've kind of wanted for a while. It's just a small thing, but it's better than nothing. And I'm actually genuinely surprised that it came out as an assault rifle rather than a secondary pistol or something like that. But because it is always silence, of course, that makes it perfect as a stealth weapon. That's really undeniable right there. Not to mention, as you saw, it has pretty godly concealment. The one I'm using right now is modded purely for concealment, and it has 28 concealment. So that'll put you at really good visibility for whatever you want to do. Even then, I didn't actually lose out on too many other stats, you know, because when you use some weapons, if you go straight for concealment, you generally lose damage, you lose accuracy, you lose stability, you lose just about everything. But not quite the case with this weapon. Of course, it does help that I have Silent Killer and the Professional right now. That's mostly because I'm using it with the Grinder perk deck, and I'm getting all that extra penetration. It's a very fun setup. And I know many people are going to be like, oh, you're using the Silent Killer and the Professional. Those are useless skills. They're worthless, not meta. Blah, 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 blah. Well, maybe they aren't quite worth the points. I will admit that. It is 24 points to give very slight boosts to silent weapons. But with the current setup I have going on, it is very fun to have. Oh, he's getting close. They're getting closer. There, one down, then the other one to the right. Nice. Fire! Fire everything! Yes! Just heal for days! Oh, shit. Mouse is still a little borked. Oh, shit. But one of the weapons I wanted to compare this to, because it seems really similar, is the FAMAS. Both of these weapons have crazy high rate of fire for an assault rifle, and I'm getting tased. And they function pretty similarly as well. They have a lot of stability issues. I mean, without using the professional, this thing kicks quite a bit unless you mod it with the stock, as well as maybe picking up leadership, aced. Is it leadership aced? It's the mastermind skill that reduces recoil on all your weapons. Or you can get the assault rifle one from tech. But overall, the base version of this gun does not have very good stability, and it does kick quite a bit. With the current setup I have, though, it is actually not all that bad at all, and it's really just relying on bursting a lot. And every time I burst, it really does not have that much recoil, as you can see here. Very nice, very nice. Ooh. Without Silent Killer, this gun also has very similar damage to the FAMAS. When you use the short barrel on the FAMAS, it has 40 damage. I think this has 40 damage too, as long as you have one maxed out perk deck. Run. Ding! Nice. And with that insane rate of fire, it's really hard not to kill whatever you're shooting at, as long as you aim for the head. Uh-oh, there be a lot. Do more damage. Spray. Spray bullets. Yes. Keep healing. Never go down. Never surrender. Grinder too good. I fucking love it. I fucking love it so much. Not to mention I'm getting all them crits and whatnot. I'm running the same build I've been running recently with the Ghost and Fugitive, Silent Killer, Professional, that kind of stuff. Full dodge, full crits. Oh, that jazz. Anyway, what did I bring? Oh, I brought ECMs, that's right. A little selfish, but I did want the ATMs. I need to make my money somehow. I'm poor. Chains is poor. He spent all his money redecorating his Elvis toupee. The grind is real. So, what else is there to talk about with this gun? I mean, like I said, it's really similar to the FAMAS. High rate of fire, low stability, initially. They both surprisingly have decent accuracy, though, and they also share some other characteristics. They both have pretty good concealment to start off with. Of course, the... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's coming for somebody. Of course, the the AS Val starts off higher, much higher, whereas the FAMAS can get up to like 23 or something like that. This one can get up to 28, so definitely on the concealment side, this is much better. And they both have the same ammo capacity as well, nearly. This has 10 rounds more, but it's pretty much the same. So, what's so special about this gun other than that? Well, it's like one of the 150 round assault rifles, you know, CAR 4, FAMAS, these types of weapons, but it doesn't have very many mods for it, so there's not much versatility when using it. You can really have, like, you know, either the stock to get some more stability, or you can have the barrel, I think it was, that gives a little bit more concealment, and that's really about it. So that's one of the downsides of this weapon, right off the bat. You can't really mod it to do exactly what you want, because it's always going to be the same thing. And another thing that's pretty bad about this gun, it's not that bad, but it is definitely a big change for people that use generic assault rifles. The 20 rounds in the magazine is quite a thing to get used to. I mean, paired with the insane rate of fire of this gun, you're really going to run out of ammo super fast, so you have to be reloading a lot. Now, with the usual dodge user, that's actually not that much of a problem, because you have to take cover a lot when using dodge. And I got one shot by that dozer. Die, 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 die. Take that, taser. Too bad my healing can't start procced when I'm down. That would actually make this perk deck actually quite powerful. Maybe a little borderline OP if it wasn't already good enough. Uh-oh, he didn't die yet. Yeah, that magazine, though, that small magazine is something to get used to. I mean, you're not going to be quite as effective at taking out large groups of enemies where, you know, normally with a 30-round magazine, maybe you can kill, like, 3 people. With 20, maybe 2. Or, you know, I'm just giving random numbers here. I wouldn't actually say that's true. Uh-oh. Woohoo. But it doesn't have a really slow reload. Like, it's not excruciating. And the ammo pickup is decent enough, so you can spam this weapon quite a bit and not have to worry too much about the ammo. I think it's as good as the other weapons, so that's nothing to worry about. As for having Silent Killer and the Professional, yeah, like I said, a lot of people would disagree about using this, you know. And, you know, to be truthfully, this gun doesn't really need Silent Killer or the Professional. You get a little extra damage, and while I will argue that it is actually helpful, it is not quite necessary, because for a silenced weapon, this thing starts off at 38 damage base, and then if you have Fast and Furious, you have 40 damage. That is one of the highest damage assault rifles that you can get without even having Silent Killer. You know, this is just, if you slap on a silencer for any other gun, your damage drops off quite a bit. So this is quite an effective weapon even without having Silent Killer. But there is actually a big difference when using it. You know, I've used it with and without Silent Killer, and I've noticed that, you know, you're much more effective with it. It reaches one of those magical damage hit points that you want to reach for, especially for Death Wish. Although it doesn't matter too much, because with the high rate of fire, you're spitting out a lot of bullets anyway, so one extra bullet, you're really not going to notice it being gone. Yeah, there we go. I know some people have often desired a burst fire mod or something of that nature. And this weapon is definitely a tap fire weapon. It's almost like a burst weapon because of its high rate of fire, so every tap is 3 bullets or something like that. So it makes it perfect as a tap weapon for me. I really like using it in this way. Oh no! Get that dozer. Get him! Get him! Fuck him up, boys! Yeah! I'll get him from behind! I like the behinds! They're nice, big, and round. He's dead. Oh shit, he's down too. I was gonna say, he has Inspire. Get him up for me. If you want to compare this weapon to other assault rifles for, you know, using it purely for loud situations, it doesn't really quite compare all that well. I mean, you know, this is a purely silenced weapon, and like I said, without that extra versatility, you can't quite make it the way you want it to. You know, you can't go for straight up accuracy or straight up stability for a laser accurate weapon, or you can't go straight damage to get like a, you know, an absurdly high damage but overall weaker in other stats kind of weapon. But overall it's balanced, and I really do quite enjoy that. And of course, like I said, that good concealment really helps to use it with any build that requires you to have low visibility. So having that is just wonderful. Yeah, get him. Pew pew. Drills take forever. I know it's not often, you know, thought about when using builds, but this is great as a pseudo-stealth weapon, so if you happen to do pro missions a lot, you can take this as a secondary. Even without all the skills, like I said, it's still a formidable weapon, so having it as a backup, definitely nice. Better than having, say, you know, the most common primary to bring is a silenced Car 4, with all the mods for concealment, which makes it really bad. You know, it's really inaccurate, highly unstable, does like 13 damage. I'm, you know, just spitting numbers here, but I'm just saying, this is a much better weapon than that'll ever be, and it's really nice to have, especially if you decide to do pro missions a lot and you like continuing if you fail, which I have found that is actually not the case for a lot of public games. People like to restart anytime. It's either all stealth or not at all, which is quite sad. I would love to see people try more. You know, it's like, don't just give up so easily. Fight for the For the win! Ugh. But alas, what can you do? Ejectorino. Should I take anything? Nah, I don't need anything. Woo, they're all piling up here. And there's that small magazine getting to me. Probably kill a lot more if I had 30 rounds in that situation. Yeah, shoot him. I've got all that extra penetration right now, that 70% penetration, so hip fire into crowds of groups like that is pretty satisfying because I'll hit everything, regardless of what I'm shooting at. You know, if a tank guy comes along, he'll usually tank all my shots, but not this time, no sir. Of course, it's still not efficient to use it that way, but that's not to say that it's not viable, at least in some fashion. This is a bad spot. We need to eject, as Bane would say. That's fire. That's a lot of people just lined up there. Whoa. Get the tasers first. We're scary. There we go. Yes, fire the dozer. That'll get health for forever, as long as that fire keeps going. Don't worry, I'm just gonna steal this from you guys. I'm sorry. The high rate of fire on this gun makes it perfect as a hip-fire weapon. You're gonna be hitting a lot of your shots and just spraying bullets everywhere. Very effective. Maybe not easily to be controlled, but still pretty effective. Get that sniper. Yeah, stop it. Die. Man, that's one of the bad things about Election Day polling place. Trying to get out with the two bags is fairly difficult. You know, you've been running around inside near the bank area, which is good cover. Don't really have to exert yourself too much. Here, it's just like, we're putting ourselves in all kinds of bad situations and whatnot. Hiya. Yeah, get that big guy too then. Yeah, he keeps on getting it right before I do, as I'm trying to steal it from him. Ah, poop. Well, that's alright. There we go. Aha! We finished the heist before I went down. Did that count as a down? Oh, I did. Damn it. I like this weapon a lot. It is very fun, and paired with this new build and this new perk deck, I've just been having loads of fun with this setup. It's very nice to have something like this again. I used to run a ghost build before, where I would just, I would be effective loud, but, I would still have all my sneaking stuff, so ECMs for opening doors, stuff like that, whenever they were necessary. Of course, it's always nice to have all of the stealth stuff if you really want to go stealth, like lockpicking, but having that option is really nice. Doing something like Firestarter. Day 1, you have to go loud. Day 2, I love going stealth on that day, so this build is perfect for things like that. Very enjoyable. Very enjoyable weapon as well.